Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Gemsofknowledge. I have come up with another interesting video, that is SSLC most important diagrams of 2025. Okay, these diagrams are also provided by the boards so that you get a proper 12 marks. If you study all these diagrams, you will get a proper of 12 marks. Okay, which I have already told you, the diagrams and all the symbols which are related to the diagrams, it contains a 12 marks. If you have not watched my earlier video where I have shared you a passing package of 60 marks, which you can utilize and score easily 60 marks in your science paper. Okay, so if you have not watched those video, I will link it into the description box. Do check it out. So before starting my video, make sure to subscribe to my channel just in case if you are new here, and also click on the bell button to get the notification to the earliest. Okay, so let's start with my video. So here the first diagram is from the chemical reaction and equation, that is figure 1.6, that is electrolysis of water. So you can see the popping picture onto the screen, that is the electrolysis of water. For every diagram, you can see a popping picture onto the screen and you can identify the diagrams. Okay, so this is electrolysis of water. From this chapter, only one diagram, that is electrolysis of water. Next comes acid, bases and salts, that is figure number 2.1, wherein the reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid is shown, and it is tested with a hydrogen gas by burning. So this is the question. You just have to understand, if the zinc granules is asked into the question, they may ask you the question, draw a neat label diagram of the reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid and name the gas which is produced. So you can say that the hydrogen gas is produced. So these type of questions they may ask you either for 3 marks or for 4 marks. Okay, so this is only one diagram from acid, bases and salts. Next chapter is metals and non-metals. There are two diagrams on this, that is action of steam on metal and electrolysis refining of copper. So I have seen mostly the students get confused between these two diagrams, that is reaction of zinc granules and the action of steam on metals. So just identify the difference between these two diagrams and study. Okay, so if the zinc granules is asked, what is the step, what diagram you are going to draw, you need to show the zinc granules which is present into the test tube. Okay, and if the action of steam on metal is asked, then you have to show a metal piece which is present into the test tube. So just identify the difference between these two and study. Okay, next is electrolysis refining of copper, that is figure 3.12. Okay, there are two diagrams based on this chapter. Next comes life process. So here you should be happier that there are only 3 diagrams to study from this life process. Okay, earlier there were more diagrams. Okay, so open and close stomata, most expected question, open and close stomata. Then the sectional view of human heart, this you may expect for 4 mark question also. Sectional view of human heart as well as the structure of nephron. So you may expect these two for 4 marks diagram also. Okay, wherein they will tell you to draw a neat label diagram of human heart, and they may ask you 3 to 4 namings which you have to show into your locate into your diagram. Okay, next comes control and coordination, human brain, most important. Here the most important two diagrams are human heart and human brain. Into the biological part, if I'm talking about, okay, the biological part, these are the most two important diagrams. Okay, and it may contain more marks like 3 marks or 4 mark question. Okay, next comes how do organisms reproduce. In this, only one diagram, that is 7.8, germination of pollen on stigma. Okay, one diagram. Next comes light reflection and refraction. Here you have to study the ray diagrams of the image formed by concave mirror. So they may ask you to draw a ray diagram based on the concave mirror. There are 6 diagrams here. You need to identify all the 6 diagrams. Okay, they may ask you any one diagram out of it, either for 2 marks or for 3 marks. Then comes nature, position and size of the image formed by convex lens at different position of object. Here also you will get a good 6 diagrams, and they may ask you to locate the nature of the image. Okay, after drawing the diagram you have to write what is the nature of the image, what is the position of the image, and what is the size of the image. So this type of question will be of 3 marks. Mostly it will be of 3 marks. Next you can see human eye and the colorful world. Here only one diagram, that is recombination of spectrum of white light. Okay, next electricity. In electricity, simple electric circuit, then resistors in series and resistors in parallel. So if you remember all these three, there's no difference, there's only a simple difference between the resistor in series and resistor in parallel, only you have to shift the resistors. Okay, so by seeing the diagram you will identify, just you have to remember what is series connection and what is parallel connection of the resistors. Next, the last diagram here is magnetic effect of electric current, that is 12.6, figure number 12.6 A1, a pattern which shows concentric circles indicating the field lines of a magnetic field around a straight conduction wire. So you have to show around a straight conducting wire how the magnetic field are circled around it. Okay, when a magnetic field is present around a straight conduction wire, how it is formed into the concentric circles. Okay, so these are the important diagrams of 2025. You may expect 12 marks if you are completely done with this diagrams. You will easily get 12 marks. Okay, now we will move on to the symbols related to electricity chapter. Okay, so next here you can see commonly used symbols in the electric circuit. So here are good 12 symbols which are present in the electricity chapter, and you may expect 1 or 2 marks regarding this symbols. Okay, an electric cell is shown by this symbol. Okay, the higher greater end will be of positive and the shorter end is of negative. Similarly, a battery or a combination of cell, a battery is nothing but the combination of cells. So this type of cells, when it is more in number, okay, a finite number of cells if you join, then it will be a battery. Okay, and here also the same thing, the greater one will be the positive and the lower one will be the negative. Smaller sign line will show the negative end. Next is plug key. It is also called as switch. When it is open, it will be in this shape. Okay, there is no dot present here. If the dot is present here, then it is closed circuit. Okay, the switch is closed. Switch is not open, it is closed. That is plug key. Okay, next wire joint. You can see the wire, two wires are joined and one dot is shown where the two wires are joined. Okay, this is wire joint. Next, wire crossing without joining. So this is the wire, how you can see one wire is moving from the below and the second wire is jumping, like you can see a good circle present here. That is the wire crossing without joining. Next comes electric bulb. Your electric bulb can be shown with this shape. Next is a resistor of resistance R. Resistance can be shown like this. Variable resistance, on the resistance one arrow mark will show the variable resistance, which means you can change the resistance or the resistance varies by itself. Next comes rheostat. This is an instrument. It is shown like this. The resistance will be present below. It is also having a upper handle which is shown by this arrow mark like this. Okay, the upper handle will put a force on this part which gives us the resistance. So this is the symbol for resistance. Next is ammeter. It is starting with A. So it is A with a circle and the left side will be positive and the right side will be negative. Here voltmeter starts with V. So it is noted as V, okay, with a circle and positive and negative sign. Okay, so these are the most important 12 symbols which you need to remember, and you may expect 2 marks or a 3 mark question regarding this. Okay, so I hope it is clear here. Whatever the symbols you are getting into the exams, as well as whatever the diagrams you may face into this. Okay, so this is whatever I have shared today. It will be of 12 marks. If you are thorough in this, you will surely secure a 12 marks in your science exam. Okay, so I hope everything is cleared. If you are having any doubts, you can comment me into the comment section. I'll be back with the new video. So till then, stay tuned and stay connected. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.